Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone, and taught me his truth. And blessings to all you sincere laborers out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that fellow servant, Kanar Clark, coming at you once again from GMS Tampa Bay 12. Unprofitable service, St. Petersburg, Florida. Yahweh Shai, the Holy One. And I'd like to thank Yahweh Bashim Shai for moving me through the Spirit to do another video. And this is going to be a brief, quick lesson. This is to show you the downfall of Esau Edom, the so-called white man and his kingdom. All right. Recently, my last video, I believe, one of my last videos I did was about the 25% tariffs, man. You know how that's going to hit the economy pretty hard, and the buyers, the consumers, are going to have to pay for that, man. All right. When Trump, Lord's will, tomorrow, Friday, he's supposed to put on a 25% tariffs, further progressing this trade war. All right, and that's gonna make you you're gonna have to pay 25% more for the products that you purchase, man. For as clothing, shoes, housing, appliances, all your made in China products, which is majority of everything. You're gonna have to pay 25% more, so the dollar is gonna lose 25% of its buying power. All right. So this is a quick less article here where it says, company, we didn't tell truckers about shutdown because we wanted to get paid. It says sending notice early would have jeopardized our effort to obtain further funding, the company told state officials. All right. So they knew that the company was going to shut down, but they didn't tell the workers, and they didn't tell anybody. All right, it says an Ohio trucking company. All right, and reason why this is a heavy article is because trucking was a very lucrative business. All right, and because most of our product is moved to the inner cities, majority of our product is moved to the inner cities by the trucks. All right, so the trucking industry is very critical. All right, through the trucking industry, you transport the food, your clothing, housing, appliances. All right, general merchandise. All right, through trucking is how you get the products to your local grocery stores. All right, planes don't come in and drop a care package on top of the grocery store. All right, it's all done by trucking. All right, the shipment comes in or wherever it comes from. All right, because America is that merchant city, and then the trucks distribute it, all right, off to the its local retailers. Okay, so it says an Ohio trucking company that recently shut their doors for good says they didn't tell their workers or state officials about the mass layoff because doing so would have hurt their chances of obtaining further funding. On April 27, Youngstown, Ohio-based trucking company Falcon Transport Company notified its hundreds of truck drivers via text message to let them know that the company was closing down. All right, and what more of a worse way for a breakup, so to say, all right, is through a text message. The disrespect that is. You ever seen you text a woman, it's over. A woman, she gets very pissed off about that. She rather you tell her face to face, instead of by a text message, man. All right, so they just text them. Okay, it says and that they must stop working immediately. Several of the company drivers were reportedly standing on the road without a way to get home when they received the text message, while others reported that their fuel cards stopped working and that they were not paid on time. All right, because when you work with the fleet, I remember I was working for a company called GA Foods, and they gave us gas cards. All right, and with that gas card, you were able to go to any gas station and fill up the truck. It was on them. You didn't have to pay to fuel the trucks. All right, the gas was all on them, Visa card. So what happened was, what this is stating, that they canceled all the money, the access to the gas. So you had some people doing shipments, not enough gas to get home, and got a text message, hey, stop working immediately. And they probably was low on gas, so they got ready to go to the local gas station, fuel up to come back home. The funds were freeze, so to say, or frozen. All right, they didn't have access to the funds. Okay, so it says on Tuesday, May 7th, 11 days after the closure, and Salakia, forgive me, I'm outside, man. Some dude trying to stunt in its S2000. All right, Salakia. It says on Tuesday, May 7th, 11 days after the closure, Falcon Transport finally filed a late warrant notice with the state of Ohio. That Warrant Act is a federal requirement that companies who employ more than 100 people provide their workers with 60 days notice prior to a mass layoff. And that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to let them know, like, hey, I remember one time I went into a sweet bay. I don't know if, whoever's listening, down here in Florida, I don't know if it's if it's all around the country, but down here in Florida, I believe cash and carry was Sweet Bay. I went in there to get me a sub sandwich, and a guy was bummed out. I was like, hey, you doing all right? Eating I didn't give a shit, but he making my food. So I asked him, hey, you doing all right? He said, I'm not doing too good. I just found out I'll be out of a job in a certain amount of days. All right, which is the proper way to do things. Okay, not the day of, hey, stop working, we're laying you off. Then people don't have time to prepare themselves, man. All right, but if you was to tell all these people, hey, we're gonna do a shutdown immediately, or we're gonna be shutting down in the next 30 days, then you get people to quit, go on strike. Then you get the news media out. It'd be a big mess. So what they did the way, like, they cut them off immediately, which is wicked at the same time. Like, hey, I could have prepared and got me another job. Now, and then they even said they didn't get paid on time. So that their last paycheck, they didn't even get paid on time. So, now these people are all out of jobs. All right. And the reason I'm bringing this article out, you say, hey, it's just one company. Man, you may have millions of companies or whatever out there in these same predicaments, sweating behind closed doors, the manager sweating. Hey, I just need to sell. We just need to sell out. Should we tell the people? No, let's not tell them. So you got a lot of people, man, that's in this same boat, man. All right, because why? America is falling. Okay? America is falling. America is finished. America is over. All right, and this is a prime example. Okay, it says, in the warrant notice, Falcon Transport told the state of Ohio that it failed to notify workers that they were losing their jobs in advance because it would have hurt their chances of getting paid before they shut down. Exactly. So we need you guys to ship this stuff out, all right, so we can get paid. That wasn't in their best interest to tell them. Okay, it says, in the warrant notice, the company also blamed the sudden closure of unforeseen business circumstances, which they said includes the closures of General Motors plant in Lordstown, New York, awarded by customers not materializing, and a malware attack on the company's accounts receivable system. Falcon Transport and its owner, Counterpoint Capital Partners, are facing two lawsuits brought by sudden shutdown reported violation of the Warrant Act. All right, Falcon Transport is currently working to liquidate their assets. All right, so, and they knew that this would come because that Warrant Act is supposed to, you're supposed to let them know. All right. Matter of fact, let me do a quick web search. I don't want to butcher this, but I'm just going off of, Warrant Act. Let's see. Yep, right here. Which is self-explanatory. Warrant Act, Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. The Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act of 1988 is a labor law which protects employees, their families, and communities. All right. So what about these people, families? And this is why, man, you CEOs or you company, all right, you people that's living lavishly, man, you're gonna have to worry about people coming at you in those days, man, ready to take your damn head off. All right. Because this is the kind of stuff you're going to be pulling. Because it's always the people that have all the money that's running things. They always get the best end of the deal. And the little guy that's working, doing all the grunt work, is always get the shit end of the stick, man. All right. And this is a prime example that happened. What about their families, man? This law is put in act to protect them and their families. All right. But here it is. They're liquidating their assets. All right. That happened to my mom a couple years back. I was telling her brother, she came in to work and some East Indian, all right, it was with some type of medical type work, all right, some East Indian, he owned the business, and hey, she said she pulled up to the job, and the FBI was at the doors blocking anybody from coming in, pretty much saying that, yo, the business is shut down. The dude got all his money and got everything and left and went back to India. All right, cleaned his accounts out and everything. So this is the spirit that these people are in, man. America's over and they forsaken America. And this wasn't long ago, man. This was probably like 3 years ago. I was still in the truth. All right, 3-4 years ago maybe, and this happened. And then back then, shit, I was like, oh shit, America, hey, it's over with. All right, so it's just waxing worse and worse and worse, and you're gonna see more businesses like this closing down, man. All right, this is just the beginning of sorrows. So all your families out there, all right, you're gonna have to find work. You know, you might hey, you know, majority of American people are one paycheck away from being homeless, man. All right, so what? That may be, hey, they may be homeless. Okay, if they can't find recuperate and find a job quick. Okay, so it's supposed to the communities by requiring most employers with 100, and they have 100 or more employees. It says to provide 60 calendar day advance notifications of plant closing and mass layoff of employees. All right, so they need 60 calendar days so they can get them a new job. All right, it says in the warn notice, the company also blamed the sudden closure of unforeseen businesses, so they came up with an excuse. All right, which they say it includes closure of General Motors plants, Lone Star, New York. All right, it says Falcon Transport and its own Counterpoint Capital Partners are facing 2 lawsuits brought by sudden shutdown reported violation of the WARN Act. Falcon Transport is currently working to liquidate their assets. All right, so that's it on that. I'm going to close out and get some scripture and get up out of here. This is Isaiah 19. I'm going to hit verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt. All right, this is the burden of Egypt, aka America. America is that modern day Egypt. Okay, it says the Lord rideth, and you can find out according to Revelations 11 chapter 8th verse. All right, the Bible speaks of a place that is spiritually Sodom in Egypt. That is America. All right, so this is the burden of Egypt. So let me hop down. All right, this is Isaiah 19:14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. All right, so the Lord is systematically breaking down America. All right, so pretty soon you're gonna see more jobs shutting down. All right, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. No work, man, and people are gonna go on strike. They're gonna be raiding the stores. All right, robbing one another, sedition amongst men, invading one another. All right, these are the times we're living in, man. All right, and it's just only going to get worse. But you brothers, you know, hang tight to the faith. The Lord going to take care of us in these times. And those that not hearken, hey, you're going to get the brutal end of the stick, so to say. But with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that taught me his truth. And blessings to all you sincere laborers out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.